So off camera, we're just talking a little bit about money. So a foreigner, when they're meeting someone over here, Mahal, they often want to send money and help. Like as much as people say, don't send any money, you're crazy to send money, all that kind of stuff. Many foreigners still, they have a soft spot for the girl they're meeting. They do want to help in some way. So what are your what's your opinion? What's your instruction to a foreigner? Like how much they should send, when they should send, why they should send, and so on. Like a good quality of understanding, why you should send, because a lot of people are going to send anyway, and a lot of them are getting instructions not to send because of the scammers, and rightly so, because you don't want to be just throwing your money away. So what are some good reasons why they should give, like as a foreigner meeting
someone? Of course, they give because they love their girlfriend. And you know what, guys, just make sure that when you send money, it's not from your savings. It's just an extra from your something, your extra allowance.
So you're talking about a little extra you wouldn't mind losing anyway in case it went bad.
Exactly. Yeah. And when your Filipino started like too good to be true business, just don't.
So anybody that's offering a business and you should participate, you're saying reject that immediately.
Especially when they said, let's have this for our future. It's okay to have that for future, but just keep on observing first.
Yeah. Okay. Now my point is not about what not to and things like this. It's like why should they? Because a lot of them want to give, but for what reasons? Like, can you think of some reasons why they should give?
They should give.
Like you said because they love her. Well, that's a given.
Sometimes they feel like, just like for example, I think foreigners give money just because they want an assurance, or something like that. Or
maybe they feel like somewhat connected because they're giving, and then you're hopefully appreciating it, and so they feel that connection. It's a part of your connection.
To assure in the part of Filipina that I'm
here for you.
Yes, I'm here for you no matter what, or something. Yeah.
And is it a sign that if a Filipina doesn't appreciate that enough, is that like a red flag, or is it just something with your culture that maybe they won't appreciate it as much as the foreigner would hope that they would? Like, you know what I'm saying?
No.
This happens a lot. Like I'm thinking, okay, some foreigner gives to his Filipino over here, and maybe she doesn't really appreciate it as much as he hopes she would. Yeah. So should he consider that a red flag or not? Like maybe it's just a cultural thing that she's not appreciating it enough.
No, it's
for
a red
him.
flag.
It's a red flag.
No matter how big or small, the true grateful Filipina always appreciates small things. Yes.
Okay, so he'll really know that she appreciates. She'll let him know somehow.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just curious about that myself.
Yes.
And
just like for example, like in our case, like you want this kind of life between you and me, and sometimes I made suggestions that you don't like because you want the best. You want to give the best to me, the best life to me.
That I can do.
Yes, but sometimes I'm not saying I disagree, but I made suggestion to make our life more easier.
Miserable?
No,
she says easier, and I say miserable.
No, easier in my part, like
miserable in my part.
Yeah, it's something like that. Yeah, and then it's because I really want to work. Like, if he wants to go back to Canada, I want to go in Hong Kong.
I want to go back.
Yeah, but he doesn't like that. That's the thing. That's the thing that my suggestion. But he don't like that because he wants me to stay and like wait until the day that my documents will be completed and go with him. Yeah, something like that. But
anyway,
for me,
getting off topic again.
No, I'm
Anyway,
just
go ahead. You can finish your thought.
no.
Finish your
I'm
thought for
just
you.
saying that like
Doesn't mean to stop you.
that's that's the thing that I am referring for a grateful Filipina. Because the ungrateful Filipina is always keep complaining. I don't want like this. I want my life. I want my blah blah blah. Like because sometimes they said if you are single, you can do whatever you want without consulting someone because you're single, right? But once you have a partner, you can do anything without consulting the other person, that your partner, right?
Yeah, you should.
Yeah,
You should talk
but
about
in our
everything.
yes, exactly. In our case, like sometimes I go out alone, and I'll say, "Can I use your card?" And he say, and he will
And
say,
I'll say, stop asking.
"Stop asking."
I said it to yours too.
And then I
That
only say,
frustrates me.
"I'll just buy a piece of chicken in Jollibee." Like, stop asking. Like,
Get
no,
what
it's
you
just a
need, get what
form
you
of
want.
respect. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, because I truly respect you, but
Well,
not all Filipina is like that.
makes me feel like you're
But that
you're
is
not
not
really
no.
close and you're still a bit of a stranger.
No, that's my way of respecting. Like always, like for me, we are in this together. So every decision you want to make, you have to ask and tell him, okay, I want to do this. Okay, whether you like it or not, bye. No, that is not.
Oh, that is. I feel like I got an ant crawling over me. Just look at her while I scratch the ants.
Yeah, so
Ah,
so that's the
I
yeah.
was thinking something else too, like some other practical things, like where, because our idea is like where they should give or why they should give. Like one of the major things when you're connecting with someone over here, especially if they're in the province, that's what I'm thinking, because a lot of foreigners like to try to meet someone long distance in the province, and it's not always easy. But when you do, is the internet problem. So a lot of times they'll, have to be faced with, should I send money for the internet, for their phone, that kind of thing. So is that a good thing? Should they do that, and how much?
How much the?
Are you listening to me?
Oh, I'm sorry, because while we're talking, I have client who messaged me because they already sent
want me to
money.
pause this?
Yeah, just hit a pause.
So before our pause break, which you missed because it was instantaneous, I was asking, how much, like, because these foreigner guys connecting with a Filipina who's probably in the province, there's bad internet, as we both know and have experienced. They cannot connect well. Maybe even their phone is not good or don't even have a good, any kind of real good, reliable way. So should they give, and how much should they give to keep that part of it alive?
You know what, guys? Especially Filipino who are in the province, like our basic needs in the province, we are so happy if we have this monthly income, more or less 10,000 pesos a month. Like imagine, okay, let me compute.
So we're talking specifically about the phone right now. So are you getting to that as a point, or are you talking about something else?
All,
All what?
including, yes, everything like allowance. Because most of the foreigners, they will not give you 1,000 allowance for your load. That is not, because if you give the Filipina 1,000 through GCash, she will not put that all to her internet. No. Yeah. No, she will not do that. Okay. She will just buy load 100 pesos for 7 days. Yeah. 100 pesos, you can have internet connection for good for 7 days.
Okay, so we're finding some inside skinny here now. So should the foreigner maybe buy the month's worth of phone? Because he's thinking, okay, I just want to make sure we got a reliable connection. And a lot of times she's saying, I don't have a good reliable connection. So instead of transferring the 1,000 pesos, which she'll only use a portion of it and still have internet problems because she only used a portion of it, should he, on his side, take care of, because you can use services to buy the
Yes.
internet for the month
And
stuff
also,
like that.
guys, a
Like,
Filipina.
what should he do?
And also, guys, a Filipina, if you really want that her time, just spend more time with you. Like,
You didn't answer my question. specifically? What should he do? Should he do that? Should he buy it, or should he still just give her the money and let her just
I'm
use
trying to answer that, but in a complete sentence.
complicated
Yes.
sentence?
Like if you're doing that, if you really want to buy load to her, just because you are really interested in her, okay. If she doesn't have a job, Filipina is always look for a job. Filipina is always looking for at least ways of how to have money. Yeah, just give him a little bit allowance. Just give her a little bit allowance for her entire month, excluding the internet. If you really want to talk to her all the time during your free time.
Well, if they're just meeting online, I don't suggest that. I don't suggest giving her an allowance. I mean, they're
You
just
give me
getting-
allowance, I have work.
No, but I felt like from the beginning that me and you were together, and we are. But I'm talking about someone who's just really starting to meet someone and not going to immediately just start sending an allowance.
You know what, Mahal? If the foreigner is really interested, the foreigner will never just give internet only. Yeah. Just make sure. Most of the Filipina, they live in the province. Yes. Just make sure that, because you cannot stop the foreigner not to give money. Yeah, because we have friends like that. They give every week allowance like 3,000 per week. Remember?
Okay.
Yeah, 3,000 per week. So, it's manageable.
Yeah. Well, I guess
And his girlfriend is a student, is a college student. Yeah, and it helps him. They talk every night during their free time because the foreigner also working while the Filipina is studying college, and now she's graduated already.
I guess it depends on what level your relationship
Yeah,
is at
yeah.
the time. Because I'm thinking
Of
thinking
course,
at
do
the
not-
beginning, and you're
do not
thinking
waste-
towards further into
No,
it.
Mahal, because the foreigner will not give you money if they are not interested in the Filipina. So if the foreigner really interested in the Filipina, if you have extra, give. But if
So-
you don't have, then just, I don't know.
Yeah. I personally think that if you are talking to someone you're interested in at the beginning, there's nothing wrong with giving her enough for the phone. Actually, I'd suggest
It
buying
started
it
from
on your
there.
behalf.
Yeah, it started
On
from
her
there.
behalf, you buy it on her behalf for the phone, because there are services to do that. But then as you get deeper into the relationship, of course, maybe a smaller amount on a steady basis if you really feel the connection. But now, what's your response to those people who tell foreigners to never
Give money?
anything until your in-person relationship starts and you're your feet on the ground and you absolutely know 100% that everything's going to be okay? What do you say to that kind of a response?
Well,
Never
it
give.
depends on the Filipina. Yeah, it depends because some Filipina they are also agree with that. They don't care if the foreigner is not giving them money because that Filipino also maybe they have work. Yeah, they can sustain. Yeah, but if you're a Filipina don't have work and you're talking to them, they cannot sustain the load because Filipina here in the Philippines, even if without load, can send message through free data. We have free data here,
That's something a lot of
But-
people don't realize.
guys, but only on Messenger, not the other apps.
Right, Facebook Messenger is actually
Yes, only
free
Facebook.
for text only.
Exactly.
So if the foreigner has text
WhatsApp,
on
nothing.
Facebook,
Yeah, just in Facebook. But if you want to call them, you cannot call them. Just message.
so that's a real piece of gold, of a gem of information. In case you don't know, Facebook texting is worth repeating. Facebook texting. So if you get Facebook and do the text only, they will always have that without money, as long as they have a phone.
Yes.
And that's absolutely true, is it, Mahal?
Yes.
Like there's never a time like you can't use up too much text. There's always something there to use freely. Okay, so I mean you can keep in contact just that way. So if
But foreigner don't like that.
no, but I'm just saying like if
Yeah.
at certain times they're telling you they have no more load to connect, you can remind the girl, especially at the beginning, that oh, we can still text on Facebook because it's free in your country. You can say that, right?
Yeah, but you know what? Foreigner don't like Facebook.
Not all the time, no.
Yeah.
And I don't like it either. But I'm just talking about as an option. It is available and it is free, so
It's
something to think
me
about.
too. I don't like a foreigner who are always on Facebook.
What?
Yeah.
This is news to me. Newsflash.
It's because foreigner, there's a lot of option in Facebook.
Well, there's for you too. There's a lot of options for you for
I'm a
foreigners.
Filipina. I'm not a foreigner. What we see in the foreigner is a pot of gold. Filipina is not a pot of gold.
Well, to a foreigner in a different kind of way they are, because they're looking for someone really caring and loving and some of that. So while not in a monetary way, you're a pot of gold in a different way, like because they're looking for someone to truly. I'm talking about someone who wants a real relationship. You're looking for a real authentic relationship, so it's a pot of gold that way. You're my gold.
You're my gold too.
And I'm growing a pot.
Me too.
We have 2
We're
pots,
the same.
and she's the gold.
Yeah, so just make sure, before giving money to your Filipina, just make sure that you are comfortable with her.
Yeah.
Because you will know. Like for me, if I'm not comfortable with that, like, I'm not saying like first day or the first 3 days of talking, you are comfortable. Yes, you're comfortable with that because you're just exchanging like, hi, hello, how are you, what's going on, something like that. Like 2 months. Yeah. 2 months. Yeah. If
That's
you
a good
don't
guideline.
comfortable,
There you
up to, because at first, if you're not comfortable like after 2 months, then
That's okay. That's kind of what I was looking for, like a guideline from you as a Filipina. And there you go. That's a bit of a guideline.
just like for example, we have a friend and he messaged me that they're talking for like maybe 2 months or 3 months, and he said that I think this gonna not working out because our communication is really hard.
And he mentioned what I said earlier in this video about the Wi-Fi,
Yes.
the internet.
You see? Yeah, and he provide load. He provide load, but he said it seems like it's not working out. Yeah.
So, I guess if you're starting to feel that way, I guess you should cut it off, I guess, right?
But he didn't say anything bad to that girl.
No.
Yes,
Just
it's just
not.
that their communication, like 15 minutes of calling is not enough. Yes, it's really true. 15 minutes of calling, even if it's every day, it's not enough because the time, like your first 5 minutes, you always say hi, how's going on, until you don't realize that it's already 15 minutes and it's cut. No, just like for example, when we are in LDR, we talk like every day. Our longest in the phone is more than 3 hours.
Yeah,
And I have 3 hours sleep.
She keeps bringing that up. And sometimes now, even though we're together, she gets 3 hours sleep. And it ain't my fault. It's your phone.
Yeah, like
Anyway,
guys, before
we
I
need to end
met
this
him,
video.
before I met him, is like I'm a financial educator, so I'm used to it. Like less sleep. Like my longest sleep before is 4 hours, because there's always a time difference between me and my client. So up to 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm still up because I need to connect to them because it's their free time. I need to adjust. So I'm used to it. Yeah. So when I always say that I'm addicted to my phone, yes, I'm addicted to my phone. Like especially this time, I have a client and she's from Kuwait, and the other one is from Singapore. Yeah, and
That's her
Most
two
of-
recent ones.
most
She
of the
has more
time,
than 2.
most of the time, like your clients is you always consider their time difference. You always wait for their free time. So that's why I'm used to it.
So in conclusion, yes, send money if you feel like it. Start off with little amounts at first, depending on how deep your
Yes.
connection is.
Exactly.
You need to feel that out by your conversation
Yeah,
and so on and
yes.
so forth. So I guess maybe it's common sense, really. It just boils down to common sense.
Yeah.
And don't spend money you don't have,
Yeah.
of course. That's common sense as well. Only if you have a little extra and you really feel that it's a
I
true
guess,
connection.
yeah,
So,
I guess that
winding up our video.
the guy that I talk is like, he made a good decision. Like he said, at first I provide her internet, but our communication, I don't think it will gonna work out.
Yeah, see, you feel
You
it out.
see?
As time goes on, of course, you feel it out.
After
And,
no, after 3 months.
Yeah.
You see, after 3 months.
so 2 to
Yes.
3 months is a good telling
So,
time.
so the
It's
the
gonna work or
girl,
not.
yeah, the girl messaged me that I don't think it's my problem. I think he has a problem. He said like, you know what? You're a Filipina and you're so blessed that he find ways to talk to you. You have also to find and made some sacrifices on his behalf, because imagine he's spending time to talk to you and you're busy. You just spend time 15 minutes talking. It's not enough even if you made like chatting all the time. No, you have to talk longer, like 4 hours.
Yeah, which I guess I shouldn't go into this, making the video too long, but that brings up also the language communication thing, because if you cannot communicate well in language, unless she's really willing to try to do better with English, because most foreigners aren't as willing to communicate to try to learn a new, like, Tagalog language, unless she's more willing to try to communicate better, that could be a major problem too. So something to consider, because that was part of the relationship she's talking about too, is their language. They had trouble connecting, and probably, I'm only assuming now, but probably the reason she did not want to continue to talk is because she didn't know as much in English and could not continue too long, because
Yes.
she only knows so much to say, and then it frustrates her too. So you can see how, it's hard to maintain any kind of relationship like that. So that's why we had another video. If you can go search our channels, we said don't date a poor Filipina, and we did not mean that disparagingly.
Yeah, I'm not demeaning. We're not demeaning poor.
From the point of view that because of that environment that they grew up in, they really cannot communicate with you the same, and that could be a real major problem for your relationship. So anyway, things to think about. God bless you. Thanks for
God
watching.
bless everyone.